The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Shannon will speak.
Welcome to the show. It is Thursday, my Friday. You're looking live at a weird angle of Ford Center. It's not even the Plaza. It's a very unique angle.
I wish we had a better angle. There was a workout out there. That
was there?
Might have been worth looking
Cowboys Fit. Go check
Maybe.
it out. Come tour the Star. Get on one of those tours we talked about yesterday.
at. What a distraction.
Man, it is 84 degrees. The high is 88. It's hanging on. Summer is hanging on.
Yeah.
The low is 67. We're going to get there eventually.
My boy, Kurt, 3 pumps. Daniels is not here today.
He got 4 in last night.
He got
blew
4
his
pumps.
back out.
4 pumps in. Back didn't work this morning. Too many of them blue chews. Nate, Shannon, Chris in the back, keeping us live and local. I am Salt and Pepper Poppy. Together we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille people. Feel.
Yes, sir.
When we speak.
Yes.
Brought to you each and every day by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. How are y'all today?
I'm great, man.
Yeah?
I'm great.
No Kurt today. No Nate and Shannon tomorrow. So we got to give our picks today, Nate. Are we having any? Is it just the Jesse and
Kurt show?
Kurt show tomorrow?
You're not messing up my money.
Chris?
Man, I've invited everybody. We'll find out who shows up.
Nobody wants to be on the #1 rated podcast.
They're trying to bring us down. They want to bring us down. They
I
can't
know
do
one
it.
person does.
Who?
Don't want him.
Don't.
Don't want him.
My boy Josh back here. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I'm
you know what?
in. I'm in.
I like
Man,
Josh.
hey, don't let him sit in my chair.
He can sit in mine.
Yeah.
Me and
just-
Jo-
he
nah,
needs
I'm
to
sitting in
remember
that
my
chair. He's
name.
not running the
Josh
show.
can
good
host it
point.
if you really wanted
Yeah.
to. I mean, he has.
Oh, we're not.
Jesse's like, no.
We
We're
want
not
out.
gonna do that.
We already got an order in how we do this.
Listen. I like Josh. I don't like Josh that damn much.
I don't love
I don't
Josh.
love
I
Josh.
love, but not that. much.
Yeah, I got love for Josh.
Josh,
You know what I'm
but
saying? Not
But
while I'm
in love,
In love? Nah, he ain't
nah.
hosting the show while I'm here.
But I
I'm
don't know.
present.
Look at his toes. Maybe.
Well, let me see your toes.
whoa,
Let me see
my
your toes,
guy.
Josh. Come here and put your feet on the table, man.
No,
Let me
please
see what you're
don't.
working with, dog.
Please don't.
Let
Keep
me
him
see.
on the
Let me see
floor.
if you can sway me.
He's got a lot of work back here. He don't need to come in there.
He's got a lot of work to do.
See if you can sway me to let you host the show tomorrow.
Chris pulling rank on you. He's like, nah, he got a lot
Pulling
of
no
work.
rank. I'm just saying. I'm sure he has better things to do. than
Throw his
listen to
toes
y'all.
up on his podcast.
Hotter than
man.
the bros. Oh, I forgot that's a horn toad or whatever.
Horn frog.
Horn frog, yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I was just having fun with Josh.
It could be a rattler too. Like you come
Yeah,
from
that's
Rattler
Rattler,
Nation.
yeah, but I don't want people to, Nate's dog and I don't know.
No, you rattler.
Dude's toes.
Something going on with my headphones. Hang on, let me see if I can figure out what's happening over here.
But we got a show going on.
Some directional.
Figure it out.
Weird.
You remind you of
Yeah, I
somebody
think I
else?
fixed
Yeah, you tell me about it.
Squirrel.
Tell me about
Man.
Speaking of squirrels.
Try playing Fortnite with him.
No, I'm not bad. Some of your partners are bad. None to be named that
What
would
is,
actually work
explain what
Not
Fortnite,
me.
well, everybody know what Fortnite
here.
is.
Fortnite's like Call of Duty, but more
Okay.
cartoonish. But
Okay.
but now they have this no build thing where I never played it because you could build. You could go to shoot somebody across
Right.
the thing, and they could just build a house around them real quick. And I was like, man, forget that. Now there's an option where you can do no build, where you just run around and
Right.
shoot folks.
You
So
spend your hard-earned American dollars on skins?
I loaded my account.
Yes
up.
or no?
Not yet.
What is skins?
Not yet.
It's basically outfits.
Yes, I actually have.
Oh.
I bought Thanos.
Okay, it's outfits that they're figurines.
character wears.
Character.
Oh,
I did.
And you bought me Thanos?
I bought Thanos.
I know who Thanos is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You did, Chris?
I run
Yeah,
around
I
and shoot
did.
people
You
with
spent
Thanos.
all that money. You be outside. It be wet. It be
Bro,
cold. It be windy.
I had to, though.
And you spent your American
I had
dollars
to.
on skins
It was
for figurine.
Hey, I had to. Shannon, who did I buy?
Lady Gaga.
No, no, I did not buy Lady Gaga.
You did.
No, my daughter got
okay,
gifted that.
Okay.
The one I've been wearing all the time.
The banana?
No, Shaq.
Oh, yeah, he bought Shaq. Shaq and Shaq Diesel. It's pretty funny.
It's funny.
He pulls out a turntable and
He
starts
starts
spinning
jamming.
records.
Yeah, when you kill someone.
But you want to know the funniest thing we do? Is we'll be at a group
Play the
of
game
four.
in
Sorry
general?
to stop the show now. Play the game in general. Yes, grown men,
all
40 and 50-year-old
This is
men at
actually kind
night.
of funny.
You could be doing cocaine.
It could be. Who says we're not while
Hey,
we're
I'm
playing?
just,
We're not. We are
We're
not.
not. First of
We.
all.
This
That's
is what
my boy,
dad.
but
This is
not
this,
like that.
this is what dads do at night. That's what this
So
is.
we all pick a different banana costume. There's a bunch of different bananas.
Yes.
And then when we wipe a team out, there's a dance you can do to Backstreet Boys. Bye, 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 bye.
And we
they
all
do
can
this.
line up and do it in
And they
front of
line
them.
up
They're
and the-
watching
and
us.
the bananas dance like this. And
Yeah.
the people have to watch you till they get back in the lobby. So there's some probably 13-year-old going, these jackasses just killed a group of bananas and there's
A group of bananas
dancing on my
killed
grave.
they don't even know the song. They don't even know who the Backstreet
Oh
Boys
my
are.
gosh, it's so funny.
But these 50-year-old men do it.
Yeah, we do.
All right, question for you
Talk
guys.
about distractions.
Another one. Here's
Another.
another one. You guys have been either in the league or around the league for probably a combined total of 50 years, probably, between the two of you. 50, 60 years. Have you ever heard of a pro football player getting, not just going to jury duty, but getting picked for jury duty?
Picked, yes. Going, no.
And having to actually serve. So the news came out yesterday. You broke it to us through a tweet you saw or an
Yeah.
X you saw that Brandon Aubrey has been picked to be on a 12-person jury, I guess.
Yeah.
So we were all trying to figure. I've never heard that. I've never
I
heard
got
that.
selected for jury duty when I was playing, but I just took it down to the necessary folks and said, "Hey, what do I do with this?" They took the letter and was like, "Go to the meeting. Don't worry about it." And that was the end of it. I for the life of me, I don't know if he wanted to go. If he wanted to go to jury duty.
Or he just didn't. Because think about it. He hasn't been in the league that long. He may not even have known that you can do that. He may have just been like, it's my
He's
day
been
off.
around here long enough
That you can get, he knows you can get stuff taken care
that
of.
you take things of that magnitude, of that matter, you go see Cabe or you go see Wands. You go see one of those two. You go down there and you go, "Hey, Cable, B-Dub."
I would love to know the backstory because there's got to be something. Or he just went and sat, was like, it's my day off. I'm just going to go sit. And they actually picked him.
It wasn't his day off. It was Wednesday. That's a practice day.
Maybe he got picked on Tuesday.
Yeah, maybe he went down on Tuesday,
news
and then
came
the
out on
selection
Wednesday.
was the next day,
Yeah.
and his first day to serve. I don't know what day.
I would love to know the
I just don't
backstory.
understand how a third of our offense got selected.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
is
funny.
the judge not locked in?
our scoring person on the
The
team.
funny thing is, if you look the story about the judge, the judge played for North
Yeah,
Texas
in the 70s. He's
In
a former
70s.
football player.
Yeah.
Come on,
Wow.
Judge. Come on, Judge. Come on, Judge.
Man. I told y'all my
And apparently,
story.
the judge's father-in-law played for the Packers.
Hater.
I told y'all my story, right, about getting out of jury duty. I had to go. You know, you go in certain amount of people make it into the big room. Certain amount of people get cut before you even go into the big room. In the big room with probably 60, 70 people. And the judge is like, and it was going to be a long case. It was over. I could tell. They can't tell you what it is, but I could tell it was a
Important case.
drug territory case that someone got murdered.
Wow.
Isn't this one about murder too?
This is a felony. I don't know if
felony,
they
okay.
said
No,
that.
it was felony strangulation.
Did they die?
No,
Oh.
I think it was a
So
domestic.
I knew this thing was
Okay.
going to probably be a while. Well, me and Roxanne were going to the draft the next morning on Jerry's plane. We drafted Zeke that year, Chicago,
Privileged.
and I was the only social media person that could go at that time. And they were like, "Hey, is there anybody that has a reason outside of just work that you can't do that?" And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I got to raise my hand. And this one lady, she stands up. She's like, "I've had this trip scheduled for 6 months. I met my biological sister through Facebook about a year ago, and our families are planning this trip, and we're all going, and it's this big deal, and our plane leaves tomorrow, and we're doing this." And the judge was like, "Well, I can't keep you from doing that. You can go. Anybody else?" I raised my hand. I told him the story, and he goes, I've been a judge for 40 years, and that's probably the best excuse I've ever heard. He's like, you can leave. And I really wanted to be on the jury because I wanted to be part of the process, but I was the only person that could go. So Brandon Aubrey, good luck. When does it happen? When does the trial start? Do we know?
No.
Hopefully they settle
I'm sure
it.
he's on the injury report today as did not participate jury duty again. I mean,
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. So I just wondered if y'all had heard
You know
of that.
how I probably shouldn't say this, but you guys know how I do. What I shouldn't say.
Do you
want to
think? Do you want to think about it?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. How insane would it be if this game comes down to 3 points and he misses a field goal?
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Don't say it. You
That
don't say
would
it.
be
don't say that.
crazy.
No, he doesn't say
What's
it.
going to really stink for him is he probably has to be back in the jury box on
Monday.
Monday morning. We can get home at 4. That's what's going
I
to really
don't know
suck.
how this did not get.
Squashed.
I don't know how. There is enough people.
Chris, go kick the tires. See if you can find out the backstory.
Nate, you know this. There's enough folks around here. Like, I done seen jokers get out of some serious stuff. For court dates and stuff like that. Jail time and stuff like that. A jury duty situation, that should have been an easy. Hey, one of the guys you got to hear, Brandon Aubrey. He is our leading scorer. He has a game on Sunday.
He's the MVP.
Like,
Yeah.
he's literally the only positive thing we have going right now. Please, can we get him here
Like, you
tomorrow?
don't even hear
But
about
here's the one thing
practice
is-
squad guys being on jury duty.
If one guy could miss and be okay for Sunday,
It's him.
It's either him
Or the deep snapper.
or Anger.
Yeah. Or the deep snapper.
Well, I don't know. The deep snapper,
Needs reps.
yeah.
So what
like-
happens because kickers and punters, they're very superstitious.
Routine driven.
Routine driven.
Yes.
I don't get enough kicks in. I didn't get enough practice in.
Well, that came out today about kicks in, right? So he's kicking today. He kicked yesterday.
Okay.
When he got back. As soon as he's done today, he's coming back working with bones, and then he doesn't kick the rest of the week on a normal week. That's
Okay.
his normal week.
All right.
So he says he gets a couple kicks in on Thursdays and doesn't kick for the rest of the week. You don't want to wear your leg out. So
All right.
All right. So,
Yeah, so he's on track.
I
the rest of
just
the week.
hope whatever they have him doing or trying to just help decide somebody's faith, hope it ain't something just really dramatic, something really bad that just stays on his mind because he's,
yeah.
I
Like they
wanna
have a
clear
deadlock
mind,
jury and they
yeah.
try to sway him, and then
Yeah,
he's dealing with that on the
yeah.
sideline while he's,
That's crazy, man.
I'm wondering.
That's a wild scenario. The days of our lives,
man. And we were just talking about tours and distractions yesterday.
I heard about
It never stops, man.
I was reading that. Out of all the stuff I could read in ESPN, they had that in there. So that's what y'all talked about a little bit yesterday.
The tours?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We
Yeah.
spent a whole segment on it.
That's right. You were double, triple dipping yesterday.
Yeah.
Did you leave this building yesterday? You were here all day.
Oh, man.
I'm telling your business.
I had fun making
I know
money.
you made a lot of
fun
bread.
making
yesterday.
money.
You was here till later on that night. I saw you on Crosstalk that night.
Yeah.
Which people are playing your clips out today.
Yeah.
You was
Having fun.
You'd be really funny.
Why did his clips get out today? Did he say something controversial?
I was very passionate. Very passionate.
Nate was?
Yeah.
We'll get into that in
Very
the second
passionate.
segment. Okay.
Yeah, I was so upset that Aubrey got chose, man. I just had to let him know. You know what I'm saying?
I had to who was y'all's guest last night?
He was
Me?
the guest.
Oh, you were the guest?
Yes.
Oh, so we got football player Nate, not passive
Having fun.
co-host.
Trying to figure out 2 days ago, I'm trying to figure out where I've got to find some
Who was
stuff.
on the panel?
What panel of what, my brother?
No, I mean, like, who was
It
interviewing
was
you
Nick.
last? Nick
It was,
Eatman?
Bobby, and the new guy, Tom.
Tommy.
Oh, Tommy. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the new guy, Tom.
All right. Well, since we've talked about jury duty for the whole first segment,
Can I give you one more thing on jury duty?
absolutely.
Imagine on NBC Sunday Night Football, they do the starting lineups, and Aubrey's like, Brandon Aubrey, Notre Dame, juror number 17.
Tarrant County.
Tarrant County.
That'd
Yeah.
be great.
That's funny. They should do that. He should do that.
They should. All right, let's take our first break. When we come back, we'll break down some.
Why are you rubbing your chest?
Because it feels good. Thinking about that vacuum cleaner. We'll be right back for the second segment of Hangin with the Boys.
yellow.
How's Wingstop sound?
Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hangin with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, a 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Hey, Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
We got big personalities. We got big hair, big belt buckles. We got fans all across this big state and enemies in every other one. We even got a big star on the 50-yard line. Smirnoff knows football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks home or away, we rally together. We cry together, and we always rally cry together because, most of all, we got big love for them boys. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Welcome back to the second segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by blockchain.com. Thank you, blockchain.com. Nate, get ready for the ultimate game day experience. Thanks for playing along. Thanks to 7-Eleven, you can win a VIP experience to the Cowboys versus Bengals showdown on December the 9th. Just text Cowboys VIP to 711-711 for your chance to win premium club ticket, sideline passes, travel, and more. Don't miss out. Enter now. No purchase necessary. Ends on 11/20. Must be 18 or older in the USDC. Void where prohibited. Message and data rates may apply. Visit bit.ly/go711-711 for full details and non-text entry. All right, football, Sunday night football. Cowboys in prime time. Both teams are really banged up. We talked about the offense needing to come out and do something different. Jesse, you said you as a player would need to see some type of difference in the game plan going into the game for you to.
So do Jerry.
Feel like there's some changes and be optimistic.
Correct.
Do you guys feel the same way about the defense? Do they need to do things different to get the defense excited and stay bought in, rebuy back into what Zim's trying to do?
I don't know about the rebuy, because they don't look like they bought into it at all.
They ain't doing first buy. They ain't got that initial buy.
They need to ante. Get their ante in.
They need to go by Best Buy. Buy something. I hope that's a sponsor. But I've been saying this for a couple of days now, young men. We don't have but one safety because the other one gonna live in the box. I'm gonna stop the run. This is the only way you can beat the 49ers. I'm bringing that first and second down in run situations. I'm bringing the extra guy to the box.
Can I give you? Can I poo-poo on your?
Yeah, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do.
And this stat came from my boy Jeff Kavanaugh. The Cowboys are one of the leading teams in the National Football League with guys in the box outside of your normal formation. 6, 7, 8 guys in the box. One of the leading teams in the league to have more guys in the box
per play
for going up against the offense. The Cowboys
are last.
Also lead the league and runs still being completed with more guys in the box to block. So even when they bring more guys in the box to stop the run,
It's not helping.
they're giving up more yards than anybody who has more positive yards than anybody who has guys in the box. 50%. 50% success rate running on the Cowboys when they have a loaded box defensively. Teams are running at a 50% clip success rate against the Cowboys defense.
So what does that tell you?
I almost said a word.
That tells you that guys are not doing their assignment, number one, and they do not have a willingness to tackle.
Correct.
And I will still have to say I will on that one, what's called single high safety. I will ask my players, because it ain't no more of demanding anything these days, but I will overemphasize gap integrity. And you got to, because these guys rush for 149.9 yards, and so it's over 5, so give it 50. 150 yards a game. Not this game they don't. This game they do it every game. So you have to bring a guy into the box. Great stat, great numbers, yes, but you have to tackle. First and second down, and ask Mr. Kavanaugh, we probably the worst team in the world, first and second down. That's what that stat tells me. Because now third down is a throwaway down for most teams. It's 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. We can either run or pass, whatever. You gonna have to change the way you think.
Cowboys are averaging, I think it's third and like 6.8, basically 3rd and 7. That's a defensive dream. To be in third and long, offensively, they're averaging like third and like 7.2 yards, something like that.
Pin your ears back and go, because you know what's coming.
You just play, and you play the percentages. You got to pass here, so eventually you might get one, but we'll get the next one, and then or the next two. So,
and if you do trick it up and run, who are you running it with? How's that work out for you?
You know, see, tell Mr. Kavanaugh, thank you, because it just
first one came from him.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm
right?
No, Jeff is my dude. He's a numbers guy,
and that tells me. This has nothing to do with the scheme. This tells me it has everything to do with the players.
Well, Coach,
because normally when you put a player in position to succeed and he sees that he has that advantage, normally he succeeds in the NFL.
So Coach Zim said the defenses, they're just inconsistent and not disciplined enough. So how do you coach that? Or can you coach that?
You actually coach it.
How?
Like you got to drive that into like
calling folks out, right?
Not only calling folks out, benching some folks. You got to call for maybe a player or two to go, you know what, dog? You go ahead. You just follow
do coaches do that these days?
That's a good question.
You don't. Jess, I mean,
does that work?
When you said, man, can I poop on you? You know, I'm saying this dude finna come with some numbers. I mean, that's the new thing now. If you're smart enough, which you are, you got numbers, your facts. I'm an eye guy, and I'm always going to be an eye guy. My eyes is going to tell me the same thing, but Jess is going to go a little deeper with the numbers. If you saw repeatedly in this past game when this team went outside that we just recently played, certain guys could have came up and tackled for only a 3-yard gain. It turned into 5- and 7-yard gains. That's a willingness not to tackle. It's just if you want to stop this guy and help your team and sacrifice for your team, you do what you have to do. We have bragged on our safeties year in and year out for the last few years, and it started kind of fraying a little bit. Now we can't even depend on our safeties. Well, where's Marquise Bell? Why not give him a chance? I'm with you, Jay. Hey, man, you got to get out. Marquise, you got a shot. Just give another guy a chance. I mean,
hell, they played him at linebacker. Why not bring him in as the extra guy in the box?
Why not give? He's a surer tackler than what's been happening.
My only rebuttal to that is the guy that's usually sitting on the bench is making $7 million. I know.
And we don't around here. If you get paid, you play.
You don't play.
But he's still making the $7 million. Unless you cut him or unless he get injured, where you got the injury thing is different. He's still making the $7 million.
But Nate, from the history around here, if you get that contract, you play. Sometimes when every single thing points at not playing, you got the money, so you play before
because
these guys.
that like to your point, and we'll stay on that particular player. Everything says you should probably give Marquise Bell a shot.
Right.
Everything says that. Let's see what happens.
Yes.
Why not?
Why not? The only thing that is a deterrent is, you're not gonna put I'm not putting a $7 million jersey on the sideline
for $280,000 to $300,000.
Even if it means it may help my football team.
Not me.
And but because
I didn't.
If you've looked at it, I've looked at it, you've heard about it. What else can you say about it? Like, can't cover, not tackling, not doing proper lobbing assignment. Everything calls for you to give the other guy, who most people will say, man, this is a good football player. Why not give that guy a try? What is the holdback? What is the hold up? That's the only thing that I can come and see is that one guy makes $7 million, one guy makes
$400,000,
$500,000, $700,000, whatever it is, and just don't. I'm not sitting $7 million on the bench.
All right, let's take our last break. When we come back, take a little early. That way we can talk more football nonstop in the third segment. But we come back.
Just go back to jury duty.
On Hanging with the Boys. Be right back.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole, made with real Hass avocados, will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouthwatering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Hey, Cowboys fans, a 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by Jigsaw, the proud dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys. And to piggyback on where we left off with the run game, the running back that you may or may not be real familiar with in San Francisco's backfield right now in Christian McCaffrey's absence, hasn't played it down yet this year. Mason, he leads the NFL in missed tackles at 53. And Dallas has missed a tackle on 15.8% of their chances to tackle a running back, highest in the NFL. So the math's not mathing in this game when it comes to the run game.
So you add another 15 onto the 50.
So what do you think? I mean, San Fran, this is probably the best opportunity for you in the last 3 or 4 years to play them because they're so banged up, right? Like Debo's still not practicing yet this week, so he may be out. Ayuk's out. Christian McCaffrey's out.
Kittle's beat up.
Pearsall, I think, is he coming back?
He's back.
He's back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone said the other day, they said the only healthy receiver that the Niners got is a guy that got shot 2 months ago.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah.
So what I would expect a healthy dose of the run game until the Cowboys stop it if I'm San Fran's offense. It's what's worked against them, right?
If Jennings was there, if Ayuk was there, if Debo is there, if Kittle is there, I still expect a healthy dose of the running game. You guys been with me long enough, and you've heard me say this long enough. When we get down to doing how many games a team's going to win, yada, 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 I always come in here and I say, a head coach should be good for 1 to 2 games a season by themselves. They should be able to put together a game plan, something that call the right plays at the right time. To use a Michael from Pittsburgh's quote, a mojo moment to get their team to victory. Where when you leave the game, you go, whew, man, we weren't supposed to win that one, but we got it one out. I look at this situation, 2 teams who desperately need wins. Mm-hmm. I look at this and I go, my coach, I don't believe is coaching in a manner in which it elevates those to maximum potential and to some degree above maximum potential. Because sometimes a good coach can take an average guy and get a little bit more out of him. Mm-hmm. I look at the Niners coach and I go, that's a dude who could take whatever he got left. We all come from humble beginnings, right? We've all been in situations where mama done went in there and she done cracked open a can of peas and y'all done had some leftover fat back and some rice and she done scrabbled up together, threw some paprika, some garlic, something on there and served you a meal. May not been the best meal, but it fed you for that night. Kyle's the kind of guy that it may not look the best and it may not actually sound the best, but I'm going to put something together that these scraps that I do have left, these healthy scraps, I'm going to make them play to and above their potential. I'm going to put together a game plan that maximizes that. It may not look how it looked and I'll run to the Super Bowl. But right now, and we're on a bye week next week, right now, I need to get the most out of these guys and then we go get healthy. Or at least get a chance to rest up and to reset. That's the part where I look at coaching and say, how a coach can elevate a team to a victory or 2 in the season when you're probably not expected to get one. I don't believe that our coach presents that. I do believe the coach that we're going up against will adjust, will steal plays, will look at what the Saints did, will look at what Baltimore did, will look at what the Lions did and go, which one of those or 2 of those or 3 of those plays or 4 or 5 of those plays will work for us? Implement it in this week's assignment and go out there and make hay with it.
Nate, the San Fran offensive line did not give up a sack and only 7 pressures in 37 pass plays against KC's defensive line, which is a lot better than Dallas.
They got Chris Jones too.
They have that guy. Do you have any hope that the Cowboys can get pressure on Purdy this week? Or anything you see that they can do?
Let me say this right here. Taking away the numbers that Jesse has presented, no, we do not have a chance.
Can I?
Let me say that.
You talk about.
I always believe this. Let me get this in, Jesse.
Gotcha,
I always believe this, that And you've also heard me say a coach is good for 1 or 2 wins a year. But the players themselves, if you got anything in you, you've got to say, what can I do? Is the coach – the thing is, you don't ask a player to do more than what he is. And if you have a gap that you're responsible for, whether you got to penetrate the gap, whether you got to put both hands and catch the guy coming out at you using your hands, whether you got to step inside and go back outside to that gap, you have to do whatever necessary to maintain your gap. Because this team is going to run the ball. We've said it week in and week out. They have to be just an idiot to say, you know what, let me throw the ball all over the place. They will have to be an idiot. But it's time for Osa. It's time for Mozzie and the other 4 backup defensive ends to come up with a good game. As a whole, you just can't have Mozzie play well. It's not going to work. You just got to have Osa play well. It's not going to work. It's going to take all 4, and I'm talking about down linemen doing their jobs exceptionally well. These guys, if you go look at the film, these guys, no matter what has happened around them, skill position-wise, they block their man. You've seen the film. Mm-hmm. They block their man. And you're going to have to dominate them in certain situations one-on-one. Does the Cowboys have it? We'll see. We'll see what 1 week will do.
I apologize, Nate.
What's wrong?
I got to poo-poo another one of your situations.
Yeah, you do what you got to do.
Mozzie Smith has not recorded a single pressure of any of his 80 pass rushes this season. He's the only D tackle with 0 pressures on at least 50 pass rushes. There are just 16 DTs to not record a pressure through 7 weeks with at least 50 pass rushes since 2018. That is pro. That is from NFL Pro.
No. You didn't hear what I said. My thing is only versus run.
Right, but you're talking about pressures and doing things like that. Yeah. I'm talking about to what Shannon's question was.
His question was, can they stop the run? Is I'm correct? Did I misquote it?
I was asking you if they could get pressure this week.
You're talking about pass pressure or run pressure?
Pass. Either one, really. But I was talking specifically pass for that one.
The bottom line is this right here. You don't have those type of guys.
Yeah.
And you don't have those type. I was thinking you was talking about stopping the run. Because sorry y'all, my bad. I'm locked in on one thing. Because if they don't stop the run, it don't matter.
So a good question.
See, let me say this right here, fellas. I know what it takes to win this game.
You do?
You know what it takes to win this game. I'm going to tell you what it takes to win this game. Fellas, you got to stop catering to what we ain't. And every week we get on here for the last 6 weeks, 7 weeks we've gotten on this radio or this podcast and talk about a pass rush we ain't had it since the beginning of the year. I'm like, when is everybody going to open their eyes and realize that every good team that comes in here is going to just start running the ball? And we keep talking about a pass rush. What pass rush? When I can rush for 180 yards and throw for 110? That's normal years. That's a flip-flop. I rush for 110 yards and throw for 180 yards. When have we done that?
Well, if you don't have the guys to stop the run, what do you do to stop it?
You manufacture.
How?
By those bad numbers he gave me. You got to continue to do them. The bottom line is this. It's very few babies that pass crawling. They don't go from on their knees to walking. There's very few babies. Now, there's probably some miracle babies out there where my baby didn't crawl down 1 step, it got up on his hand, and it walked. That ain't happening. So, forgive me, y'all, for being locked in to what it takes to win. Only thing that whenever we have stopped, whether it's a sorry team, or a great team, or a mediocre team, go and check the records. Get your numbers. When we've held teams around 100, 110, we've had a great chance of winning the game. And so forgive me for not understanding that you were talking about pass rush. If you would have said, Nate, pass rush, I'd have just told you no. No conversation. I'd have just turned straight over to Jess. No. You don't have the pass rushes.
Well, you already told me we couldn't stop the run, so I moved on to the pass rush.
And right now, just to be on the pass rushing tip, the one player who could manufacture the chaos,
Micah.
Mm-hmm.
And the only other guy that had a little bit of manufactured chaos, DeMarcus.
DeMarcus is not playing.
Right.
And Michael from Pittsburgh said that he has to see something by Saturday, because tomorrow technically for the Cowboys is like another walkthrough on Friday. He's not practicing today. Tomorrow is a glorified walkthrough for the Cowboys, and then they ramp up again on Saturday. So he said, I need to see something significant on Saturday in order for him to play in the game.
Doesn't sound good.
Now,
and he's limping while he's walking?
I'm just saying, like, my sources in the building says that it doesn't look too likely
that he's going to be there.
That
he's going to make significant.
A lot of good drugs in the locker room, sorry, not the locker room, but in the medical room. Mm-hmm. That may help.
That's
him.
two different things.
Yeah, it's way two different things.
Two different things. The question that we have here is, what's his pain tolerance, and can he play under physical stress? That is how we did it when we played. You know, you still had the high ankle sprain, and you 3 weeks in or 4 weeks in, and they watch you run, and then the next day you come in and you just limping a little bit, and you say as a player, I'm good. And then they do what we do, and then you play. So is that an option? Or do they need him 100%? Because if he one of those guys where you need him 100%, we'll be having the same discussion next week.
Yeah, I don't know.
When did DeAndre Hopkins get traded to the Chiefs?
2 days ago?
2 days ago.
Well, Andy Reid said he's probably playing Sunday.
So, well, route runners can do that.
It's crazy how that works. You bring a guy in.
Route runners
you don't
can
need
do that.
You don't need no ramp up. You don't need 2.5 months of conditioning and learn the playbook. Only around. You know. Let me say something about that. Because we've been on this Dalvin Cook thing about is he going to play? When is he going to play? In my opinion, haven't talked to anyone. It's now or never. Like, if Dalvin Cook doesn't play this week,
after coming off the bye and all that, it's not happening.
He's so ramped up, it can't be no more ramping for him. Right? It can't be. He conditioned up, ramped up, know the plays. If he don't know enough plays by now, then the theory of dumb jock is in full swing. And I don't believe that theory, because the number of plays that you got to learn and memorize and know and coverages and all this stuff happen at the same time. This is Jesse Holly's theories. My theories and thoughts are not representation of Nate or Shannon or Chris
or the Dallas Cowboys
or
organization.
the Dallas Cowboys organization. My theory is this. In order to elevate and play Dalvin Cook, you either have to carry 4 running backs, Hunter Lemke, Ezekiel Elliott, Rico Dowdle, and
Deuce.
No, and Dalvin Cook.
Oh, yep.
Right. So now, what you're depleted on defense. So you need all those guys. Mm-hmm. Hunter Lemke is a core special teams guy. Plays all 4 special teams.
Zeke is out.
You're not benching Rico.
He's
your best back.
So now you have to admit the fact that you made a really, really, really bad decision in signing Zeke if you have to healthy scratch him and not give him one of those 48 jerseys on Sunday. And I don't know if they're ready to do that just yet. Because if I sit Zeke, if I healthy scratch Zeke, and I'm not, this is just my theory. If I healthy scratch Zeke, it is ultimately admitting that this is not the guy who we thought was going to come in here and help us like we thought he would. And that then brings back up the conversation, which I'm done talking about, with Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because they're going to say, well, you brought Zeke in for these things, and now it's Dalvin Cook. So now you have to admit the fact that this player was probably a bad decision in your offseason.
But that's okay.
It's okay for who?
Let me say this right here. In team building and trying to be the best you can be, okay, we made a mistake. Zeke ain't what we thought he was. We need some type of punch. Bring Dalvin in. Jesse, you do a great job of this futuristic stuff that we got over there. These now guys, the new it, and don't make nobody sad, but it's still football.
Yeah, but it ain't your football. It ain't my football no more.
It ain't, but Zeke could get over it.
Yeah.
Zeke
I mean,
got to get over it.
His check's still going to get cashed, deposited every Tuesday.
It's about right about now of helping your team. And I listen, believe me, bro, because I'm gonna throw your numbers out on my next show. I am. I use everybody's stuff. But when it comes to the human factor, we still got to put 8 guys in the box. Whether the numbers bear it out or not, we still got to put 8 guys in the box. You still got to find a running game. So whether it hurts Zeke feelings or not, I mean, I'm just saying, who fought for Zeke? Man, I was so hot last year about Zeke not being here, but I'm a year off. I missed that opportunity. Now it's time for Dalvin Cook to come in here, and if he's got anything, it's time to play. It's time to quit worrying about whether a guy makes $7 million. It's the guy that can play the best. It gonna come a point because as the season go on and the losses mount up, I will be sitting there like, hey, man, that boy sure looked good. Well, we should have been doing that 5 weeks ago. It's at a point now where Freaky Michael from Pittsburgh cannot take any chances anymore. You play your best people, or you think the people that's the best. And I promise you, Mr. Jones won't come and say, hey, Nate, now you told me 2 years ago to pay this guy $7 million. But, Coach, different defense, different man, asking different things. Yeah, man, yeah.
All right, good stuff, fellas. Nate and I are out tomorrow. Oh, you want to do your pick right now?
Yes, sir.
What you pick tomorrow?
I want the Jesse, if we do this and if we do that, we win. Then I can make my pick.
Do you have
what is it, Jesse?
Do you have your stat?
I'll have it.
You need to text us tomorrow.
I'll text y'all tomorrow and get y'all predictions.
I'll give you my prediction.
I'll text y'all. I'll text y'all before the show.
Because
do we think it's going to be a close game without giving a score, or do we think it's going to be not close?
Because I want to hear Jesse, if they rush for 130, they beat us by 2 touchdowns.
Jesse, you don't think at home, at night? Oh, this is on the road.
That's up there.
That's right. It's
on the road. Out there, yeah.
I keep thinking it's here. On the road, you just don't think it's going to be close, huh? Well, I know what your score is. Well, I know who you have winning.
I got the Cowboys winning.
I know.
On air.
I'm just praying that Jeff Kavanaugh numbers go against him.
This is that anomaly.
Yeah.
All right, Jesse. Good seeing you, man. See you next week. Nate, have a safe trip, man.
Yeah.
Make sure you take something to relax you on the.
No, I'm gonna be relaxed. Tomorrow. Be praying and praying.
Kurt, hope you feel better. Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air. Josh, Jazz, thanks for keeping them company. They'll be back tomorrow. Nate and I'll be back on Monday. Victory Monday.
Mozzie, 2 sacks.
Victory Monday on Hanging with the Boys.
Yeah, all right. We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?